Hey, welcome back to my channel. Third wipe now on Rust, third month playing the game. Another quick base tour, see what I've achieved, see if there's any improvements, or I think this base has moved on a hell of a lot from last month. But yeah, let's have a little look. We've got a 5-story base as a main base. Defences and things on the bottom floor, all the way up to helicopter landing pad and things on the top. We've got a little hangar up there with a grow room as a separate structure, and down there that is also mine as well, that tower for fighting heli and whatever convoys and things come past. I placed it next to a road and a railway so I could take both of them on from an armoured position, and it works quite well. I've taken lots of tanks and helis down with it. Oh well. So yeah, into the base. This is obviously the ground floor, a little seating area with a heater to keep my health up. Tons of comfort. You get loads of 100% comfort sitting there straight away. Just a bit of storage down the bottom. This month I went down the industrial sorting route, so every time I go out looting, I can literally just come back into the base, unload into one of many drop boxes. I think there's 4 or 5 drop boxes around the base, and I can literally just unload everything into there, and it will go into one of these boxes. These are obviously all labelled with what's in them. And yeah, all of these industrial pipes going around basically feed from the drop box. This coffin up here is a drop box as well. And they come through these pipes into these splitters, and then each one of these blue conveyor things directs certain resources into certain boxes. So for instance, an electronics box has electronics and CCTV cameras going into it. Obviously stone has stone going into it. Yeah, it's it took me a little while to set it up. It took me like a whole day to set up, and it just carried on getting bigger and better. Obviously meat and things in there, it all gets pumped in. Fuel and stuff over here, once again it's all got pipes connected to it. All my key cards go into here. Gunpowder into there. It's a really cool system. It makes it a hell of a lot easier. Instead of spending 10 minutes or so every time you come back from looting putting everything in the right box, it does it all for you. It literally does it all for you. If a lot of stuff goes in like this, for example, I've run out of room. This should be one of these, so what I would do is obviously create the room for it. But yeah, so this is second floor storage, recycling. This floor is, I've got all my workbenches in there. There's a little chill out area. Sit down next to the fire. Again, I've got one of these tables that's connected to various CCTV cameras around. I'm not quite sure why that's not working. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I'm not sure why that. I should have 2 CCTV cameras down there on that tower, but they're not working for some reason. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, another drop box there, again connected into the system. The amazing thing that makes this so easy as well. When you come back and you've got unsmelted ore that you just throw into a drop box, so you throw it into this box, the first thing it does, it comes over into this ore box, which is obviously empty. These furnaces stay on all the time, and the ore literally goes from the drop box into the ore box through these smelters, and when it's smelted it goes back out the other side, back into the drop box, and then obviously comes out as smelted sulfur or high quality metal or whatever, and goes into the right place down in the boxes downstairs. So it's all totally automatic. It's a really, really good system. It takes so much pressure off. You could literally throw 20,000 sulfur into the drop box and then log off, and it will obviously automatically all come up into the ore box, all go through the smelting process, and then end up in the sulfur box down here. And it orders it, you can log off, it orders it completely automatically. It's really cool. So this floor is more living quarters. There's my base, my bed, sorry. Little TV set up to watch. We've got some more loadouts here. And my little nightclub room that I built just to test out all the lights and disco floors and things. Chopper's lounge bar after club. But yeah, just I was testing out. Obviously there's lots of stuff you can have to do with discos and record decks and big speakers. Normally it's kicking out much better tunes than what's going on at the moment, but obviously because I'm recording to YouTube I can't put any, it's all copyright, so I've had to put Rust Radio on. But yeah, normally I'm blasting Heart 80s or Virgin Classic Rock or something. It's very, very cool. Up to the top floor, this is obviously mini parking and all my electrics, all my batteries. So I decided to label all of these batteries. This one is dedicated totally for lights, and there's quite a few lights in the base. There's about 50 odd lights, so it takes up a whole battery. This is obviously for all my industrial purposes, all my smelting and furnaces and things, so I've got a dedicated battery for that. This one is for my turrets. Now this battery actually runs two sets of turrets. It runs the turrets on this building and the turrets on the tower down the hill, but I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a little while. Another drop box for when I come back in the heli. Automatic doors. This battery obviously does quite a lot. This runs the base. And I've labelled it all. Obviously this splitter is for elevator, roof doors, heater, boombox. Yeah, this does all the electrics apart from lights and things for the base. We've got a whole gun wall up there for all sorts of sniper rifles. We've got tons of rockets and stuff in there in case we want to attack any helis from up here. But I would generally do it from down in the tower, so I wouldn't attack anything from this base. Oh yeah, we've got a trusty elevator as well. They've speeded it up in the settings, so it does kind of rocket up quite fast now. It's quite good. But yeah, so this is the main base. Every time I come back with loads of loot, generally this is where I stand because I can recycle half of it and then throw the rest of it in a drop box up here, and then it will just put everything where it should be. We've got tons of weapon attachments in there, loads of grenade launcher ammunition in there, and rockets in this one. We're pretty kitted out this time. So yeah, this is the main base. This is how you turn the turrets on basically. So as you can see, every corner the same as before. It's got two turrets on each corner, one facing each way. to protect the main base. But this can also control the turrets down on that base down there. With this system, obviously you can only have one on at a time. I can press this red button, it says at the top there, the red light. If it's a red light on this green box, it's the main base turrets. And if it's a green light, it's the tower base. So you press this button to switch between the two. All the main base turrets close and the red light comes on down there. That basically means that all of the turrets are active down there now. I'll put red lights on the top and the side so I can see from up here if I've left it on. So if we turn that off, right, so everything's off at the moment. I do like that. The Smokey Haze sign lit up, looks very cool. So this tower can be remotely controlled with its turrets. We have 7 turrets, I think, around the bottom. So 2 on each side, protected by bars. But what I can actually do, I can switch them on, obviously from up there, from in the tower, from in my main base I can switch the turrets on. But I can also remotely switch them on. They're powered from an internal battery as well. So I can use the battery to have power from that battery up in the main base, or an independent battery down here, which can be controlled through remote control. And the turrets spring into life. So this is inside the tower. Obviously the bottom floor is purely for defense. It's all turrets. There's my tool chest, tool cupboard. As we go up, the different floors do different things. Obviously there's my battery and all the electronics and the receiver, the RF receiver. A bed for obviously respawning. Another bed. Some loadouts. I've got 2 main loadouts in here. This one is for attacking heli. Obviously there's a, what do you call them things there? Homing missile launcher. So this one's for heli. This one is for attacking ground targets. So there's a rocket launcher. I can attack train and convoy with that one. Just some extra tools and things in there, and meds and stuff. So then we come up to the main deck of the tower. We've got some extra rocket launchers, some extra guns, rockets. This is the main deck of the tower for fighting heli and things. Well, mainly for fighting heli in here. But yeah, there's good views all around. And it's all made out of armoured stuff, so it's extremely tough. We can go up onto the top level. This is where I fight train and convoy and things. Not that you can see anything because it's dark, but yeah, there's a good fighting platform here. I don't fight heli from up here, it's too exposed, but maybe one day. So yeah, that's my fighting tower. I did start experimenting down here. Is there any more? So I had a problem where I would be fighting or attacking the train, and then the train would drive off and you'd have to wait for it to do its loop all the way back around again before you could attack it again. So I thought what I'd try and do was set up initially I set up one turret just here, which is further than down the track from where I attack it. I attack it down there. So I thought if it pulls off, this one turret would shoot the train and stop it again. But it didn't work. So I set up 3 turrets, which is 3 turrets on the bottom. And that didn't work either. So I set up 6 turrets. So we've got 3 on the bottom and 3 on the top. These are all remotely controlled again, so I can take the other remote control. Again, this set up with a red light. So now all of these 6 turrets are active and live. But yeah, they do actually target the train, but they don't stop it. So it was an absolutely useless and again a pointless exercise, a learning exercise. That yes, they do shoot the train, but no, they don't stop it. So yeah, it was just a waste of resources again, and something to learn that didn't work. So up on the top of the hill we have the last building, which is my I ventured down the grow room road. Let's turn this tower off as well. So I wanted to start growing something, and this was another reason for this base placement, because you can apparently grow the best quality weed in the snow environment. So I built my base right on the edge of the snow, and then I could build my grow room in the snow and obviously have access to roads and railways and things. But yeah, I wanted my main base tower not in the snow, but the actual grow room in the snow. So hence why this is, I chose this base location. I did put some weed in earlier on, about half an hour ago or so, just to show you what it looks like when it's in full bloom, so to speak. But yeah, this is my grow room stroke hangar. So if you go up onto the top floor, there's a hangar to keep my attack heli in. This is where I store all the water for the grow room downstairs. There's 4 big tanks of water there. But yeah, attack heli, all absolutely maxed out with rockets, flares, turret weapon, it's ready to go. Windmill on the top of there. The snowmobile was back. I robbed it from the Arctic research base. Yeah, it's back. I better turn this turret off, this tower actually. There we go. get. So yeah, this is the grow room. Water pumps to get the water in from the barrels upstairs, or put the water in the barrels upstairs. And this is my automatic grow room. So tons of planters. These are all yeah, just about ready to pick. Fruit, 92% fruiting. So each planter has got its own water supply, its own heater and its own light to keep everything regulated. As you can see, the conditions for the plants there are all 100% light, water, ground temperature, and overall everything's 100%. There's 2 ways to water this. I can literally turn it on and each individual planter will get fed with water from the sprinklers. So I can control exactly how much water's in each planter, or I can switch that off. I can set a timer for whatever I want it to be, so 60 seconds say, and then switch that one on, and it will literally go for 60 seconds and then turn it off. Just some electric control and TC back there. But yeah, it's quite lucrative growing weed. You can grow other stuff as well. Obviously, I grew a load of potatoes. Potatoes are one of the best foods in the game. And then set up a bit of a shop. 20 potatoes for 10 scrap. Some people have bought some, but not many. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Jet. So yeah, I mean, again, this grow room was an experiment. I'd never built one before. This actually changed so many times. Obviously, I had the sprinklers on the ceiling for a start, but then they kind of spray. The overspray is crazy. You don't know where your water's going. So I tried to get them as low down as possible on the wall, so that just that one sprinkler services that one planter. But yeah, it just seems to work. There's some crazy activity going on out there. I keep my horses and outside furnaces and things out here. Horses are extremely good for fertilizer. Yeah, they've got plenty of food. But yeah, this is it this time. I think the main thing this wipe was the industrial sorting. That's been like an ongoing project for the whole wipe, really. Like I say, it took about a day to set it up in the first place, which was amazing because it saves you so much time. But then it's fettling it and extending it. Like I say, originally I just had these boxes, and then it extended to the HQM box and the fuel box and everything else. Yeah, like food box and clothes box and gunpowder box. It just kept extending. So yeah, it's very, very handy. I'm definitely going to go down the industrial sorting route next wipe. Like I say, it only took a day to set up, and it's worth it so much in the long run. I don't think I'm going to be doing another nightclub. This was just a little experiment to see what was possible, see what all the things did. I do quite like it. It is quite a nice. Obviously, when you got good music coming out, it's a lot better. I've actually got a small train and an expert convoy coming past. That's what that helicopter noise is. Right, well, I will see you next time, I guess. That's the third wipe. The next one is coming later on today. Yeah, peace out. Enjoy.